Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DFS experience for Friday, February 25th. We got a 9-game slate. I'm going to dive right in because my Radiators is going to come back in about 35-40 minutes. So I want to beat it. Beat the Radiator before the Radiator beats us. So, like I predicted last night or in my last video, Warriors absolutely smashing Portland, but they really had their team was really thin. So I know they're getting smashed. I'm not sure if their starters are going to be getting back into the game because it's fourth quarter starting right now. But if you play Portland and they're not hitting value, it was still the correct play because you're looking for minutes and opportunity. So whatever. Let's start with Draftkings. Let's start with point guard. Luka Magic, 11-8, play him. Harden, 10-9. What do you need? 66 fantasy points. It's gonna be it's a good matchup. Do you think you're gonna get 65.5 fantasy points out of Harden? If you do, play him. If you don't think he's gonna give you 65 fantasy points, don't play him. That's the best I can tell you. You're looking for 6 times value, so you're not. If you get 4 times value out of a player 10,900, then that means you lost. So, be careful paying up for Harden, especially with a high usage player, Embiid. So be careful. Murray. I rather pay for Murray at 10-8 because he's the highest usage player on the team and he always has the ball in his hands. So I don't expect Embiid to shrink now that Harden is here. Embiid is actually legit the MVP of the league right now, so just pay attention to that. LaMelo, 9-6, he's in play. Matchup proof, always in play. Booker, absolutely play Booker tonight. Play Booker on everything. He smashed. What else do you think he was going to do with no Chris Paul? SGA, he's in play. Van Fleet's in play. Halliburton's in play. They love Halliburton in Indiana. They're really welcoming him onto the team like he's the next Reggie Miller, like the next face of the franchise. So, listen, even though that may not seem like it affects fantasy, it does. That means that he has full reign to do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So, expect big minutes, big usage, and big fantasy numbers for Halliburton. Halliburton is in play. McCollum is in play. I thought he was going to, blend in to the other high usage players on New Orleans, and he ended up playing well. So just keep riding that wave. Westbrook, 85, absolutely not. I want to be honest with you. I just started this. They should have traded Westbrook for Lillard. And obviously the Lakers wouldn't have Lillard now. They'll get him later on when he's healthy. And Westbrook would have thrived in Portland where they have no leadership. And Simons could have been an off guard, and Westbrook could, drive and kick it to him. And Westbrook would have, he could average his triple double. Portland would be, they wouldn't be as awful as they are right now. And the Lakers will have a shooting point guard coming to them by the playoffs. I just thought of that, and I think everybody wins. But let's continue. Giddey at 8,300. Giddey's a good play only because of the matchup. I don't like paying up for Giddey when SGA is available, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta live life on the edge. I like this game to be a high scoring game, and I like for Giddey to do what he wants to do against Indiana. Rozier, they're finally pricing him up where he belongs. He's in play. He's in play. We're used to paying 6,000 something for him. Now he's up 8K. He's still in play. Don't worry about it. Reggie Jackson is priced up because the Lakers have the worst defense in the league. He's in play. The last time the Clippers played the Lakers, my thumbnail was the entire Clippers team, and they smashed. Do the same thing again. Target the Lakers. That's been my theme for the whole NBA season. Target the Lakers. Russell's in play. Cole Anthony's in play. Brunson's in play. Lowry's not for me. Kevin Porter Jr. is not for me. I don't play him. Maxey is in play. Maxey's not in play. I'm sorry. 6'4" with Harden there. Absolutely not. Conley is in play. Suggs is in play because of the matchup. Tyler Hero's in play. Clarkson's okay. Dinwiddie's a no for me. Schroeder's in play. You want him to start. Beverly's in play. Trey Mann, no. Jalen Green's in play. Aaron Holiday, you want him to start. Alec Burks is in play. Prefer him to start. Neto, you want to start. And I think Ish Smith is somebody I play. Other than that, anything besides Ish Smith and under Neto, you want to start. Any of these guys out here, you want them to preferably to start. If they're 4K, 4,500 and down, you want them to start. You don't want to be paying up for somebody that's not going to start, play 18 minutes and give you 12 fantasy points. Because at that point, your night is over. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's continue. Mitchell's in play. Brandon Ingram's in play. Anthony Edwards looks great. Gary Trent's in play. Buddy Hield's in play. OG's in play. Fournier's in play because now he doesn't have to worry about Kemba Walker coming in off the bench and taking some of his minutes. Bridges, Oubre, Malik Monk, Duarte, Terrence Mann in play. Fastle's in play. Isaiah Quickly, you could play him out, 5-10% of your lineups if you're playing multiple lineups. Quentin Grimes, if he starts, is in play. I think that's about it. Anybody else you like to start? Anyone below Quickly you want to start? LeBron's in play. Butler looks good. Miles Bridges looks great. RJ Barrett, if he plays, looks great. If RJ Barrett doesn't play, you fire up Fournier. If Barrett plays, don't play Fournier. Marcus Smart looks good. Scotty Barnes looks good. Starting to get priced where he needs to be. We're going to fire up Cam Johnson again. Cam Johnson was a late swap for me tonight in one of my lineups because he started and he put up like 37 DK fantasy points. So, let's see. Jay Crowder's okay. Maybe 5% of your lineups. Don't get too cute at small forward. Getting too cute at small forward, like putting a bullet in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be over before it starts. Randall, you prefer no Barrett. if you're gonna play Randall. Randall's in play. He's still a touch too pricey, but he's in play. Siakam's in play. Kuzma looks expensive, but he's in play. But why pay up for any of those guys when you got Butler cheaper than all of them? So Wendell Carter's in play. Tobias is absolutely not in play. I didn't play Baisley while SGA was back, but we'll see how we'll see his numbers for last night. See how he looking. Maybe watch the game. See how he plays with SGA on the floor. Calvin Johnson's fine. Brissett is fine. Tate is okay. Pacers, you really wanna pay attention to the starters. There's a lot of forwards over there. There's a lot of people over there in the Pacers that are decent fantasy producers one given minute. So pay attention to starters. Got Jalen Smith, Isaiah Jackson, O'Shea Brissett right on the same screen. That's what I'm talking about. Either one of these three can end up in the best lineup for the night, in the winning lineup. So pay attention to starters. Anything under Cam Johnson needs to start. Vanderbilt is okay. Sengun, I don't really know what's going on with Sengun, but 14 minutes, 14 fantasy points. Not sure why I don't know if he was in, I don't know if he got hurt or they just, I don't know. I gotta watch that game to see what happened. If you're gonna play Sengun, watch the videos, watch the last game and see what happened. Anything under Sengun, you want to start. Embiid is in play. Towns is in play. Gobert is in play. Bam is in play. Zion Williams, you're not going to see for the rest of the season. If you're into NBA, surely you heard the news about Zion, about how he's not, how he's not available for the team, committed to the team. Hasn't reached out to McCollum, stuff like that. So he's not interested in being a Pelican. Hasn't been to practice. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You should just retire if that's the case. You can't be in the league for 2 years and then want to do what you want to do, because this is a team sport. That's why this is part of the reason why the NBA is where it is right now. You can't be 300 pounds, undersized center, get hurt every other game and then want to do things your way. You look pretty dumb. Let's continue. Christian Wood's in play. Valanciunas is in play. Pirtle's in play. Ayton's in play. I want to watch the Suns game to see how Ayton maneuvers without Paul. See how he synergizes with Booker. So I'll do a little bit of research tonight on Ayton's last game, which was last night, and I'll see if he's viable. But right now he's viable. He's Ayton. Baisley is still viable. Harrell is in play. No Whiteside for me. Robinson's in play. Plumlee, 5% of your lineups. Zubac, 5% of your lineups. If the Lakers go with Dwight, they'll play Zubac. If the Lakers put LeBron at center again, they're probably not going to play Zubac a lot of minutes, so be careful with that. 5% of your lineups is good. Anybody under Zubac, they're not starting. then don't play him. Alright, we're jumping to FanDuel. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. We make NBA videos every single day. We break them down. If there's an NBA game to be played, then there's a video to be made. We're here every day, every single day. Doesn't matter. We take no nights off. And thank you for being here. I do offer Patreon. Links in the description. However, it's the end of the month, so I wouldn't suggest signing up for Patreon because it renews monthly. But if you're having trouble with NBA, you don't have time to wait for starting lineups, you don't have energy and time to wait for the injury report and all the last minute news, I still offer a day pass and a week pass, and I cover every single sport. If it's like fantasy, if there's fantasy attached to it, I cover it. I have projections for it. Holla at me on Twitter and we'll get the ball rolling. Other than that, we're gonna jump into this FanDuel point guard. Luka looks great. Murray looks great. Halliburton, he's priced up, but he's priced up for a reason. Mitchell looks amazing. SGA looks very good. LaMelo Ball looks very good. Giddy 82 looks better there. Terry Rozier looks great. Russell looks good. Maxey, no. Lowry, no. Russell Westbrook 7K still overpriced. Reggie Jackson is fine. Kevin Porter, I don't play. Trey Man, no. Suggs, okay, I guess. Suggs is gonna be like 5%. Brunson, you can play him. Cole Anthony, you can play. Cole Anthony actually looks good. Malcolm Brogdon doesn't exist to me as far as playing him. He hasn't been right for months. I'm not gonna look at him with an injury tag on him and then turn around the next day and play him. He's obviously not well, so Brogdon is not an option for me. Conley looks appropriate. Clarkson looks appropriate. Patrick Beverley's fine. Schroeder's fine. You want Schroeder to start. You want Burks to start. You want Payton to start. Payton or Holiday, whichever one. You want Neto to start. Edge could come off the bench. That's fine. He knows what he needs to do. Quickly is fine. Jalen Green is fine. I think that's where the buck stops. Anything under Jalen Green, good luck. Harden looks amazing on FanDuel 96. Booker, you lock him in. Jimmy Butler looks great. McCollum looks good. Anthony Edwards looks very good. Russell looks good as well. Buddy Hield, he's starting, playing 40 plus minutes, getting all the shots he wants. Play him. Gary Trent, play him. Tyler Hero, play him. Terrence Mann, I never get him right, but he's the correct play. Fournier, remember what I tell you, no Barrett, you play Fournier. Franz Wagner, Vassell, in play. Kelly Oubre, you can play him. Quentin Grimes, you want him to start. Malik Monk, man, play him at 5% in your lineups. If he goes off for 8 threes, yeah, you'll be liking me. I think that's about it. We're not gonna get too cute. Too many spec ups at decent prices to be digging in the trash looking for value. Go mid-range. Okay, what we got now? Small forward. LeBron, play him. Miles Bridges, Kuzma, in play. Tobias, no. Brandon Ingram, yes. O'Shea Brissett, it's kind of pricey. Play him at 5% of your lineups. Baisley, you can play him. Marcus Morris looks good. Oddly, it's a little bit pricey. You want him to start. He'll be definitely low owned. Keldon Johnson is fine. Scotty Barnes is fine. Mikal Bridges looks good. Lance Stevenson, you want him to start. OG looks good. Batum, probably not. Jay Crowder, little pricey. 5% of your lineups. Bogdanovich, Yes, 10% of your lineups. Oubre is fine. Maybe Luke Kennard, 5% of your lineups. Cam Johnson, absolutely lock in. Cam Johnson, you lock in Booker. Power forward. Randall is 10-2. Yeah, alright. Siakam is fine. Bam looks good. Christian Wood is fine. Wendell Carter is fine. Harrell's a bit overpriced. 5% of your lineups. Isaiah Roby, if he starts, I don't like the OKC big men like that. Keldon Johnson is fine. Jalen Smith if he starts. PJ Washington last minute, 5% of your lineups, no problem. Sengun if he starts. Vanderbilt last man in, 5% of your lineups. Embiid, yes. Cat, yes. Cat looks great. Gobert looks fine. Pirtle looks fine. Valanciunas looks fine. Ayton is okay. Mitchell Robinson looks fine. Zubac, be careful with the Lakers starting lineup. If they go small, the Clippers might go small. Be very careful. Plumlee, last man in, but I wouldn't waste a center spot on Mason Plumlee. Mo Bamba, 4,500. 5% of your lineups. Anything under Mo Bamba, you want them to start. Alright, listen, I'm about to go to Yahoo. Okay, I know some of you, most of you, are here for Draftkings and FANDUEL. That's over. Thank you for being here. On your way out, if you're leaving, make sure you, please make sure you subscribe, thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up. That's how YouTube knows that you like the video. That's how they circulate the video. We're coming into baseball season. So, if you guys watch the video, subscribe and like the video, then I can keep making the videos. We're coming into baseball season, so I'm thinking we're going to want me around. So, let's do that. And the rest of you guys, if you're coming with me to Yahoo, let's go to Yahoo. Point guard. Luka Murray, ball is fine. SGA, it's fine at 37. SGA, I think, might have a big game tonight. Van Fleet, if he plays. McCollum is okay. Reggie Jackson looks good. Schroeder if he starts. Neto if he starts. Ish Smith, last man in. 10% of your lineups, 5% of your lineups, he's fine. Harden at 44 is a good deal. Booker, lock him in. Halliburton is fine. Ingram is okay. Rozier is okay. Russell looks good. Trent, hero. Suggs, Fournier. Remember, no Barrett. Play Fournier. Malik Monk if he starts, but 5% of your lineups because Russell's going to stunt his fantasy points. Quentin Grimes if he starts. Luke Kennard if you're feeling froggy. 5% of your lineups. Let's go this one forward. LeBron's in play always. Butler is fine. Anthony Edwards is in play. Mikal Bridges, OG, Oubre, Wagner, fine. Marcus Morris looks like a value play. Buddy Hield looks amazing. For the minutes he's going to get. Cameron Johnson, $15, play him. Alec Burks, if he starts, you can play him. Randall is fine. Miles Bridges is great. Kuzma's okay. I prefer Bridges. Wendell Carter's okay. Scotty Barnes is okay. Keldon Johnson's okay. Bazley's okay. Vanderbilt is fine. PJ Washington, last man in, 5% of your lineups. Jalen Smith, if he starts, $11, that's value. Embiid, absolutely. Siakam's okay. Towns looks good. Gobert is okay. Bam looks good. Wood looks good. Jacob Porter looks good. Valanciunas looks good. Mitchell Robinson is okay. Ayton is okay. Sengun if he starts. Not gonna waste a center spot on a, maybe this or maybe that. My center spot goes to an elite fantasy player. Period. That's why when you watch some of these YouTube shows, they say opportunity cost, and that's what opportunity cost is. Like using your center spot on, Maxi Kleber. Now you just wasted the opportunity of getting 70 or 80 from Embiid. You know what I'm saying? Or 50 or 60 from Cat. Because you wanted to be cute and play Maxi Kleber in your center spot. So that's what's the opportunity. That's what they say opportunity costs. Alright, let's go to Super Draft and we're out of here. Harden is alright. I prefer Luka. Maurice looks good. Ball looks good. Booker's a lock. Booker's a lock on any site. Every site. Mitchell's in play. No Westbrook for me. Halliburton's in play. SGA. McCollum, Edwards, Rozier, Russell. Gary Trent's in play. Cole Anthony's in play. Giddey's in play. Hero's in play. Buddy Hill's in play. Reggie Jackson's in play. Schroeder if he starts. Keldon Johnson's in play. Neto 1.75 if he starts, he's in play. If Quickly or Grimes starts, whoever starts, they're in play at that multiplier. Alfred Payton if he starts, he's in play. Alright, there's nobody down there that I'm gonna play, so that's your guards. I'm giving you all the people in the player pool, so just make sure you pay attention. Embiid's in play. Embiid, Randall, Butler, Adebayo, Siakam, Wood. Kuzma's in play. Ingram, Bridges, no Harris for me. OG, Trent, Wendell Carter, Bazley, Marcus Morris, Mitchell Robinson's in play. Wagner, Mikal Bridges, Fournier, no Barrett. Vanderbilt, 5% of your lineups. Avdia if he starts. Jalen Smith if he starts. Alright, let's go to the center. The centers are usually 4 or 5 people in my player pool, and that's it. So let's check on some centers and we're done. So Embiid, I'm playing Embiid in the forward spot. I never use Embiid in the center spot if I have the opportunity not to. So that way I get to play Embiid and Towns, Embiid and Gobert, Embiid and Valanciunas, things like that. Cat's in play, Gobert's in play, Valanciunas is in play, Ayton's in play, Pirtle's in play, Mitchell Robinson's in play at the forward spot. Plumlee, no. Plumlee's in play actually, but Plumlee's inconsistent. Plumlee could destroy the slate or bury you. So 5% of your lineups, you can play him in one. If you play in 10 lineups, you can play Plumlee in one. and then Sengun if he starts, and that's it. But then again, I don't know what's going on with Sengun. If you want to play Sengun, watch the last couple Houston games to see what's going on with his minutes. Other than that, we're done. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys got your value pieces right last night and was profitable. I was doing well last time I checked. I'm about to check now that I finished making this video, and that's about it. If you're looking at this video at night, then have a good night. If it's early morning when you wake up, then have a good morning, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.